If you're somebody who's been involved in the Christian space with regards to evangelism, polemics, or apologetics, or any sort of debate involving Christianity online, an objection that is nearly ubiquitous, if not actually ubiquitous, is the accusation that the Bible contains contradictions. So today, I'm going to help you with that, because while I can't necessarily give you an entire comprehensive list of an answer to every single individual accusation, well, there are very simple principles that you can use to potentially solve a lot of them. Now, I'm going to teach you a very simple principle, and it can usually solve a lot of the alleged contradictions. It can't solve every single contradiction or alleged contradiction in the Bible, but it can solve a lot of them. And I'm not really sure if there's a word for this error in reading the Bible, but I'm gonna just make one up. I guess you can, but you'll get the concept. I guess you could say it is assumed universalization. A big example of what I'm talking about is in Bart Ehrman's books and lectures and many of his debates. He alleges that the Bible is contradictory on the idea of suffering. For example, he alleges that in some cases the Bible says that we suffer in order that God tests our faith. In others, it's due to sin. In others, it's due to Satan attacking us. Now, here's the thing. There is nowhere in the Bible that says that there is only one reason why human beings suffer. That has never been stated. It is not in the Bible. But Bart Ehrman has seemingly assumed that all of those things, that if it says that this is the cause of these particular people's suffering, for example, the Israelites are being judged because of the fact that they have fallen into sin, well then that's why everybody must suffer. But God never said that. God never states that. He never alleges, saying, this is why anybody suffers, and if they don't sin, then they won't suffer. It never says that. But Ehrman implicitly seems to assume that if one group of people suffer for one reason and the others suffer for another reason, then it's obviously a contradiction. But that's not the case. There are many other ways and many other alleged contradictions that can be solved through this. Many cases, such as Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, and the Gospel says similar teachings, but they say it in a different order. Well, again, there's nothing to indicate that Jesus only said his teachings one time. In fact, if he did only say his teachings one time, well, he'd be the first teacher in history to have ever done that. Not just Jewish, not leaving aside the fact that it was standard procedure for people in a position of rabbis to repeat teachings very often so that people would finally get it and remember it. And also the fact that every teacher knows that you're never just going to say your teachings once. No, most likely he said them many, many other times. Sometimes in one order, sometimes in a different order, sometimes to review certain things over certain people. I don't know. That's the point. So thanks so much for watching again. A bit of a shorter video, but I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. And if you want any more videos like this, or have any feedback, please let me know in the comments. I'll always love to hear from you. God bless.